What's up, guys? It is your boy Steady Chaos. So what's the thing about cable TV and cable TV providers nowadays? Most of them nationwide, like Comcast, Atlantic Broadband, at least in my area. Most of the services you get, it's just standard 1080p. It's just standard dynamic range. It's just so blah, so boring, right? Everybody, or not everybody, but most people nowadays, they have 4K TVs. A lot of people have HDR capable TVs, so it's frustrating to have cable providers offer services that don't really maximize the potential of your television set, right? You want to watch those, marquee sports matchups in 4K HDR, right? Hybrid log gamma, which is the HDR format for network television. So what you see here is the LG C1 48-inch model playing standard dynamic range 1080p content on YouTube TV, okay? So I've had to move recently. I'm staying with my in-laws for the time being until we can move into our new house. They don't have cable TV, so what I decided to do is get YouTube TV for a month and try it out and see what I think, try to make a decision when I move into my new house. Am I going to go back to regular old cable and its crappy 1080p? Or am I going to stick with YouTube TV, which does have some, and I emphasize the word some, sports programming in 4K hybrid log gamma? And I got to tell you, I have not realized, and you most likely have not realized what you've been missing, because 4K hybrid log gamma capable sports programming looks absolutely freaking delicious. I'm not going to lie. So let's take a look. And keep in mind, incoming here probably in the next 3 or 4 days, I will also have a YouTube TV review, let you know what I think of the program or the app overall. But you see right here, the Atlanta Braves versus the Houston Astros, the World Series, Fox Sports, it's in 4K. Now the one knock about YouTube TV is yes, it has 4K hybrid log gamma, but not many programs and not many games are in 4K. It's just the marquee matchups, the World Series, Sunday night football, certain marquee college football game matchups on Saturday. But take a look at this quality. You see in the top right here, once it loads, hybrid log gamma HDR in native 4K via YouTube TV over Wi-Fi right now, and it looks absolutely amazing. This is how you want to watch your sports programming. The brightness is intense, way more bright than what we just saw with basketball and SDR. The white jerseys, they pop off the screen. The image overall has more depth. The colors are more saturated and vivid. And obviously the 4K lends itself to a little bit more clarity and sharpness than 1080p. You don't have any of that muddiness from the upscaling. It looks incredible. And I gotta say, certain football games look even better than baseball. It's easier to kind of track the players in football, to track the action in the football when you have that sharp 4K quality and that hybrid log gamma HDR color and brightness. It looks so good. So let's go back real quick just to give you a comparison to the Heat versus the Mavericks in SDR 1080p. And just, you see how the screen looks kind of dim? It loses that punch. It looks kind of flat. It looks kind of muted. I've yet to see any basketball games in 4K HDR because basketball season just started, so there haven't really been any marquee matchups. But I'm sure once we get deeper into the season, we have holiday games like on Thanksgiving and Christmas, we'll start seeing some more 4K programming from YouTube TV. I really wish YouTube TV would expand their 4K HDR or hybrid log gamma offerings for sports programs and not just have, the 1 or 2 or 3 events per week. I really wish they would expand the selection, but I'm sure that's what they're working on. And keep in mind with YouTube TV as well, all of the regular programming that you get, all of the regular channels, CNN, TNT, whatever, they're all just still standard 1080p. But again, we see here, take a look at the court. It's kind of muted, kind of flat, and we look at the picture settings that I'm in. It's just in filmmaker mode, standard filmmaker mode. Brightness is standard 80, pixel brightness 85. Contrast, this is all right out of the box, these settings. Filmmaker mode is very accurate right out of the box, so there really was no need for me to calibrate it using Calman. Warm 50. So yeah, I mean, it looks fine. It's just not particularly sharp, and it's not particularly contrasty, and it lacks that 3D depth and that punch. And then we go back to the Braves and the Astros. Hopefully it's not a commercial. And you'll see the screen immediately because it just comes alive. Look at that. The clarity, the depth of field. So guys, I'm not necessarily endorsing YouTube TV, and like I said, I will have a full review for YouTube TV coming up in the next few days. But what I am saying is if your provider, whether it's satellite, cable, what have you, if your provider or the app you're using allows you a 4K hybrid log gamma option for sports on TV, whether it be football, basketball, whatever it is, and you have a man cave and all your buddies come over and you have yet to experience sports with 4K hybrid log gamma and your buddies have yet to experience sports with 4K hybrid log gamma, I'm telling you right now, their jaws are going to drop to the floor because that's how good it looks. It doesn't reinvent the wheel, but it really brings your sports viewing experience and pleasure to the next level. That's my opinion anyway. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for me. I will see you guys later. Peace.